Hey everybody, back with a new episode of Downton Abbey. Last episode, Robert's ulcer burst. He's at hospital and hopefully he's okay. Mary has maybe put it together finally that Marigold is Edith's daughter. Mary is still like not wanting to get with that racing guy because he's below her or whatever, but I feel like that's probably an inevitability. She'll get over the class part of it, especially knowing Tom and how all that went, but she's fighting it. Edith is, she kissed Bertie, so I feel like that's going to continue to be a thing. Maybe she can eventually tell him that Marigold is hers. We finally found out Andy's thing. He's been, shitty to Thomas because of things he heard about him, but now Thomas is being so great to him about his not being able to read and his helping, so he felt bad about that. So they're in a good place, and Andy, he is like going to help Mr. Mason with the pigs. So he made his move. Mrs. Hughes and Mr. Carson, their marital bliss is already kind of an issue because she's not used to cooking and he's not used to not having Miss Patmore's food. So we'll see if that continues to be an issue. I'm so happy about Miss Baxter. I mean, she didn't even have to testify, just by nature of her being there, he pled guilty because he knew the power that she held over him, which was really nice for her. So I think it's going to help her with that closure, even though she didn't actually have to do anything. But, recognize her own power, which is great. So, yeah, I'm worried about Robert. Hopefully he'll be okay. I feel like this may kind of lead us somewhere with all these arguments over what they're going to do about the hospital. Maybe Robert being in the system right now is going to move that in some way. But yeah, we'll see. So let's get into it. Open house.
There's a curiosity about these places, about this way of life.
Dr. Clarkson, what do you
We're raising money for the hospital?
Keeping people healthy, it takes a lot of money in this day and age. And we could raise more than you think.
I suppose I always wonder whether someone else is having a better time than I am.
The next thing you know, there's a guillotine in Trafalgar Square.
Well, maybe it needs to be there.
I think all these houses should be open to the public.
Oh, Mr. Old Martin. As he always is. Are you evening?
Is she?
No.
Hmm?
I'm glad they're talking about something other than the hospital.
Who was it? Bertie Pelham. Is he worth it? As opposed to your car mechanic?
I'm a car mechanic, thank you.
We're opening
Yeah,
a house there,
we'll blow.
weekend. He may have some ideas. I'll ask him.
Oh, William.
I thought you might fancy some of this.
Oh,
Perhaps that was
yeah.
frightening. We must get on with simplifying the household. I know we've talked about it, but we haven't really done much.
You
The
gonna
new
kick
maids
Thomas
live in
out?
the village and so cost a lot less, and we only have one groom and a stable boy. But we still have an under butler and 2 footmen. Suppose it's too late to stop it now. Far too late. But what on earth can we show them to give them their money's worth? Lady Grantham knitting, Lady Mary in the bath.
Oh, scandalous.
What's this? Oh, it's addressed to me. He asked me to give you it. Oh, why didn't you?
Daisy.
I couldn't find it. It must have fallen in the rubbish.
Is he
by
inviting
mistake.
her over?
I did.
Daisy.
I wouldn't mind having breakfast here sometimes. Not every day, but sometimes.
I don't think
You
anyone
gonna
would
cook?
object.
You might ask one of the maids about making the bed.
Isn't that good enough either?
Oh, trying
It's
to.
not bad.
Jump
I
up a
didn't mean
class?
that, but I do like those sharp corners.
Well, I'm
He's
glad
too
it's
used
not
to it.
bad.
I received a letter this morning from the Board of Governors.
Go on.
They are going to combine us with York.
As we knew they must.
Indeed. But they want to offer the role of president to you.
Whoa.
Why?
Well, you made a very good impression when you went into York. Lady Grantham is to be, and I quote, allowed to step down after so many years
wow.
of noble service.
Dinner with Evelyn Napier at the Criterion doesn't sound very serious to me. I used to go to the Criterion with Michael. You have to put a dampener on every restaurant at the capital. As a matter of fact, I have very happy memories of it. You mustn't let him wear you out.
Cute.
He's all right, my lady, aren't you?
I was tearing him up.
That's not what it looked like.
I hope he's going to find another job.
Oh, I see. Well, that explains it.
He doesn't want to.
He's
though.
awfully sweet with George and the girls. You do know that.
And when George is older, he can ask him back.
Anna will ask him to send me the bill.
Dr. Ryder was my idea, not yours.
And it was a good idea, my lady. An idea that has brought us to within shouting distance of our
Split
greatest
it.
happiness. But I can pay my way.
Will you miss me?
He's so
I
proud.
miss you when you're out of sight. Never mind London.
You are the under-butler. A post that is fragrant with memories of a lost world. No one is sorrier to say it than I am.
We know.
But you're not a creature of today.
I need a clearer idea of what you know. But I like your respect for education.
Aw.
I like your enthusiasm. And I want to harness it if I can. I don't know what to say. First, you can decide if you'd sit a test of my own devising. Of general knowledge as much as anything.
Should I cut a ribbon when the doors are flung open? Well, as president of the hospital, I ought to have
About
a formal
that.
role. That is why we are raising funds.
I don't believe we need a ceremony.
I shall be magnanimous in victory.
Is everything ready for tonight?
Yeah.
I think so.
You're not
That's
expecting
what
a
she
banquet,
thinks.
are you?
I'm expecting a delicious dinner prepared by the fair hands of my beautiful wife.
There's a threat in there somewhere.
I don't understand. He wants you to sit the exam as well as Daisy.
I forgot to lose.
Yeah, just do it.
We'll meet upstairs after our dinner. My room or yours? I don't mind. Mine then.
Oh, Miss Patmore, that's not what you think.
It sounds as if Clarkson almost wants you to work there.
So?
So?
I've had one career already, bringing up my daughters.
I only mean you don't need a job.
I don't think she needs a job. I think she wants a job. She enjoys it. So would I.
Let her have it.
Not old, Robert.
A table of singletons at our age. Well done. Who's single now? We're all war widows. I'm not a war widow. Good to see you again, Mr. Rogers.
You are a widow.
You too. Although I haven't been allowed to forget you. Henry talks of nothing and nobody else.
Ooh.
I didn't think you knew enough about me for that.
I don't think we should drink. Not if his lordship feels obliged to give it up.
But his lordship is suffering from a burst ulcer. We're not.
Are you
I know,
serious?
but somehow it feels disloyal. He is
Oh
allowed
my
to serve.
God.
He should follow his lead.
Mr. Carson.
Grumpy.
Did you ask her advice?
We certainly talked about what it's like to cook dinner for you.
I bet you have a lot to say.
We both did.
He is so insufferable right
Good
now.
night then. Shall I get us a taxi?
Ooh. Ooh.
You're a great catch. But you're also a woman that I happen to be falling in love with.
Oh, shit.
She's so stupid to have saddled herself with a child. I mean, Marigold's sweet, but why would any man want to take her on?
I think Bernie will be okay with Marigold.
This is Miss Cruikshank. She's engaged to Larry.
Yes, I saw it in the papers.
Poor girl.
I know I've rather pushed in.
I wondered if old Lady Grantham had received the letter yet.
Not that I've heard of. Although Dr.
No, we don't know
Clarkson
about
has
it.
told them that Cora is happy to serve.
Only we're coming to the house opening on Saturday to support it.
I'll do lunch for Mr. Dawes, too.
You could ask Mr. Mason to join you on the day. He'd enjoy that.
Don't bother him, not when he's got so much work to do.
I'll tell him as soon as we have a date to see if he'd like to look in.
I don't understand why you can't just leave him alone.
Daisy.
Don't you want Miss Patmore as your
Well,
mother-in-law?
I don't.
I thought I'd look in.
What's that for?
Oh.
Pleased to say thank you to Mrs. Patmore.
You've already said thank you.
That's very nice of you, Mr. Mason.
Why bother?
You and your daughters can take parties of 10 each, with no more than 30 in the house at any one time.
Crikey.
Heavens, I feel like the Belgians waiting for the invasion.
All the monkeys in a zoo.
Well,
He asked me if I'd give cards another chance. Perhaps I should.
Who is this flexible and reasonable person? I don't recognize my older sister Mary. Could this be love?
Oh,
it
shit.
might be.
I was borrowing a book.
What book? Where is it?
I left it there. I'll get it in the morning.
Oh my
Good night, Mr.
god.
Dawson.
Oh my god. Is this gonna be a whole thing? None of your business. How about that?
It was the monks' refectory of an abbey that King Henry sold after the dissolution of the monastery.
Is that why it's called Downton Abbey?
I guess so. That's quite good too.
Tell us about these people.
Oh,
Like they're blind to
well,
all the things
they
that they're
were
just
all
accustomed to.
rather marvellous and sort of living that life.
It's not very cosy, is it?
Isn't it?
No.
It is cosy at night, with the lamps and the fire.
The library was assembled by the fourth Earl. He loved books.
What else did he collect?
Horses and women.
Oh!
Where's your mother?
She's in the Great Hall.
Uh-oh. She got her letter.
Sends me letters.
Ooh, in front of all the commoners.
Why are those shields on the chimney piece blank?
And you let me babble on about my victory.
What?
Have you told Robert?
Mama, you of all people don't want to bore. I've just...
Be quiet.
I was going to see if her ladyship needs anything.
She needs a glass of water and a fan. If you heard what I heard. What is it?
Uh-oh.
I've had a letter from Coyle.
What?
He wants me to visit him in prison.
No!
Well, don't even answer it. You won't believe what happened up there in front of everyone.
Oh, try me.
My son's wife.
Our influence is finished.
You can say that, you, whose very life has been saved.
You know dealing with emergencies won't be affected. Do be logical.
I am sick and tired of logic.
Why is she in such a tizzy?
Oh my god.
You know mothers.
The
They get
rumors that are
terribly
gonna
wrought up about
fly.
things.
My mum does.
There you are.
Why are you in here?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Cheeky rascal.
Let him go. No harm done.
Now, he may be innocent. I'm not saying I'm infallible.
Don't say
He's young. You ought to
anything.
know.
He doesn't ought to know.
Lady Grantham.
Larry isn't Mrs. Crawley's enemy.
No,
No.
it's a marvellous impression of it.
Please tell Mrs. Crawley when you see her that I'm her friend.
I hope you've thrown away that letter.
No, not yet.
Her
Think you
choice.
should.
I don't know. I have to think.
So my word is still not good enough, Mr. Carson. After so many years.
I only
Well-
wish it were.
I mean, I don't necessarily blame them on the word thing, but it's not their fucking business, first of all.
People are curious about what it's like to live here. Which is sad in a way. Why? Because it means our way of life is something strange.
It is!
Queue up and buy a ticket to see.
Aww. This was a bit of an odd episode. It is kind of odd for them to have people coming in and out, but it does kind of put a spotlight on how weird their lives are. And also, like, shows their ignorance about their home. They have no idea about so much of it. They just walk past it every day. It's just ornamentation. It's nothing personal, and that's something that they don't get because this is all they know. But they made a lot of money, so good for them. And everyone, they didn't get robbed blind, so they can like stop talking shit about ordinary people. Robert's doing great. That's great. The hospital thing is outside of Lady Violet's control now. She has been pushed out. And I don't agree with them having a say in this in the first place. But they can't feel good. But would she have been a hindrance now that she lost? Maybe. And I think Lady Cora is a good person to do it if it has to be someone in this family. But I get her sense of betrayal there, even though it's not Cora's fault. It wasn't her idea. But she's starting to try to make a scene. And I'm sure the townsfolk will be talking. She used to hate that. But, you know, when it's her concern, she'll pitch a fit if she needs to. I feel bad for Mr. Barrows. Not only is he being told that, you know, your time is very limited here, but also you're so untrustworthy that we're not going to believe that you're not doing something untoward toward Andy, which I get that they don't trust him. He, you know, he's done a lot of shit, but this is not of their concern. And it's not even what they think it is. But even if it was what they thought it was, who gives a shit? Do they not want him to be happy? Like, they understand. They just want him to be alone forever? Fuck off. I know it's the time, but still. He's a human being. Jesus. Andy's going to have to say something, I bet. But like Andy, can he just go full time help Mr. Mason? I don't know if that is like fruitful enough for him. But I feel bad for Mr. Barrow for sure. But it is, we are signaling the end here. And I would put more weight into the fact that, oh, maybe Downton Abbey is going to like go away in terms of the Crowleys being there. But at the same time, there's movies coming. So I don't feel like that's going to happen by the end of this season anyway. Mary kissed Henry. Is it Henry? So it does seem like she is giving in to him, even though, you know, it's not her perfect ideal scenario. But I think it's legitimate that she has concern about what he does, especially with what happened to Matthew. But I think she's willing to give it a go, so that's good. And Edith is certainly giving it a go with Bertie, introducing him to the idea of Marigold, not necessarily all of it. But I think he'll be fine with it, truly. He seems like a good guy. Oh my God, Daisy, let Mr. Mason and Miss Patmore have a thing. It might just be friends, but why is she so against it? I don't understand. Daisy can get in her ways all the time. She's very, like, bratty at times. So I hope she gets over this because they are sweet. And oh my God, Mr. Carson, get over this idea of living the life that you've introduced, or he believes so much in the idea of what the Crowleys are, but he also wants to like fall in line with it and like have that in his home. It doesn't work like that, homie. She works all day and you want her to go home and work all night? Fuck off. Help her. But that's just so against his idea of what marriage is. She needs to tell him how it is. I know that much. She's so sick and tired, you can already tell. So I wonder if that's going to, like, blow up. But he's going to have to compromise. If he wants those things, he's going to have to help out with those things. What, you're going to bring in, like, you can't bring in maids, like, oh my God. I can't believe you think that's what's going to happen. It's a tiny cottage. You can't bring in a maid there. I don't think so. I mean, people have maids in regular homes, but not, like, live in. I'm happy that Daisy's about to have her exams. I trust that she's going to do well, but I hope Mr. Mosley does well too, and maybe this can happen for him later in life. Maybe not be all the way fully a teacher, but like an assistant or helper or something. Give him some sort of satisfaction in what he does. He's really loving helping Daisy, so I hope it goes well for him. And, you know, he had stuff he wanted to talk about when they were asking questions about the Abbey. Like, he knows shit. I think he'll do well on the general exam. We'll see. So, yeah, I guess the hospital thing has kind of just happened. It felt like it was an inevitability. But, I mean, it is an inevitability with Downton itself. But you see, you have, like, Mary going to fight tooth and nail to keep this lifestyle. But I just wonder what it's going to look like at the end of this season versus the movies. Because I'm sure there's going to be, I mean, there's time in between the movies. But I'm sure they're going to let that time be in the show as well. So, like, progress is happening so quick now. It's going to be years, so there's going to be some noticeable differences, I would think. Anna, everything's good with her. I'm sure hoping that goes off without a hitch. Seeing the specialist doctor, which I don't have a problem with. Like, I love Dr. Clarkson, but, you know, we don't want a repeat of Sybil, so I don't mind them going to a different doctor, even though that wasn't even Dr. Clarkson's fault. That was the other doctor that got brought in. But, you know, if you want to go to a specific doctor, go to a specific doctor. And he wants to pay for it, let him pay for it. Even though I don't have a problem with Mary footing the bill. Anna's done so much for her. But it's a pride thing. Let him have it. So, yeah. This is a good episode. It was so funny. the perspective that they gained just that much and seeing how other people view their lifestyle. So funny. And just showing how much they don't know about where they live, and how people do not see how they live being like a comfort. It doesn't seem comfortable. But I mean, it's all they ever know. So we'll see. We'll see if they continue to do this. Tom is like, hey, this is a really good source of income, but it does have to feel weird. But you live in a museum. People are going to treat it that way. I don't know what you expect. But yeah, this was fun. Poor Lady Violet, she is worked up. I wonder if she's just going to get over it, or maybe they can give her some sort of title to appease her in some way. But she doesn't want this. So she's going to have to deal with it anyway. And Lord Murden, what is up with the daughter-in-law, like, really advocating for Isabel? I want to believe it's super just genuine, but I don't know. Something felt a little, like, pushy about it. Like, why is she so trying to make it happen? I mean, it'd be great if she's just that much different than Larry, but what is she doing with him? Jesus. I don't know. And I don't know if Isabel is even into Lord Murden anymore. I don't know if it would happen. We'll see. I don't know, though. So, yeah. Good episode. I'll say again, yes, I am reacting to the movies. I've said it before. So yes, I have. Next month will be the finale of the season, and then the 2 movies, which are 2 hours. Good God. But well, I'll make it work. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.